Hi, this is Pam Rentzel, Pentecostal Musicians. In this tutorial, I'm going to cover some chords you already use, no matter how long you've played the piano, organ, or keyboard. The 1, 4, and 5, or the basic chord changes. Now, before you say, "Oh, I already know those," no need for me to watch this tutorial. I have a surprise for you. I'm going to show you a smooth way to use this progression from several starting inversions. In this progression, I'll be making the 1 a dominant 7th chord played over a 3 bass before moving on to the 4. Then instead of moving directly to the 5 change, I'll show you how to play a 4 over a 5 to make a 5/11 chord. I promise it's very easy. Today, we will be working in the key of G. Let's get started. We're going to start with G in the root position. In the right hand, that's D, B, G, and in my left hand, I have a G, D bass. If you want a little fuller chord, add the A note to it and you have a G2. Or you can play a G octave bass. Then we're going to add the F note to the chord and put that over a B bass. Then move to the C. In the second inversion, we have E on the top, C, G over C octave. Then C over D, move your bass up to D. Keep the C in your right hand. And then back to the G. And you can either play it as an octave in your left hand, or you can play it as a G, D. Here's the way that looks, and here's what it sounds like. Now we have G in the first inversion, G on top, D, B in the right hand over G and D bass. If you want to make that a 2 chord, just add the A to the bottom. G, D, B, and I cheat and I cover it with my thumb. Now I'm going to move to a B bass and add the F note in my right hand. And if you play the A in there, that's a 9th chord, G9. Moving to a B bass. Then we're going to move to a C2. We're going to move to C2 in the root position. G on top, E, D, C in the right hand over C octave bass. Next, we're moving our bass note up to D, play the same chord, the C2 in the right hand, and bring it home with G2 in the first inversion. That's G, D, B, A over G and D. That sounds like this. Now we're going to do G in the second inversion. In the right hand, you have B on top, G, D over G and D bass. We're going to add the F note into that and make it a G7, move to a B bass. Then we're going to move to C2, and that's going to be in the first inversion of C2, C on the top, G, E, D over C octave. Then we're going to move to a D bass and then back to the G2 in the second inversion. That sounds like this. Now, starting with the root position, I'm going to play the whole thing together. Now, as you go from song to song, you'll notice the inversions may change to other inversions, and they'll walk down with different notes to get you to where you need to go. But most likely, if you start this progression in a song, you're going to follow through the whole way. The G, the G7 over B, the C, C over D, and G. If it starts out going up to the 4, most likely going to follow through and go through the entire progression. I hope you have enjoyed this progression and see how it can be used in many songs. Watch for song videos using this progression on our YouTube channel.